Whether people want to know this or not, the Bible is actually the X factor. Science is the Y factor. It always takes the two factors. This is the X and Y binary you always have in the universe. Like with the fusion, okay? Like the Bible always ends up coming up with a 666. The Bible code is literally 666, okay? There's so much that literally goes along with the 6 in there, and measurements, stuff like that, that'll end up coming up with 6. Like the prokaryote, the cosmic year, for every 360 when it circles around, when our solar system circles around the galaxy, literally, it's like every degree basically is 666. Okay, then you have prokaryotes, which is what we are, the 6.666 year, cosmic year. That's when we form. You have Genesis 6, your Revelation 6. I mean, literally, the Ark of the Covenant, the measurements will end up coming up with 6. Okay, you'll have 3, 6, 9. Okay, obviously, a 9 upside down is a 6, and 3 and 3 is 6. Okay, all of the measurements always come up with 6 or 3 or 9 with the pyramids. Okay, this is also a true fact. Okay, fusion, the X and Y factor. Basically, when you have whenever the science is far enough along, the philosophy gets us there. You know what I'm saying? It puts into perspective. That's why this is why the science and the Bible are both binary. You need one and the other. Okay, you need both to understand this X and Y factor. Okay, this is why females are also the key to the universe, or the mystery about women, the cradle of life. The cradle of life. Okay, this is why, because you have to have that X factor. Okay, the Bible is the X factor. That's the woman's side of thinking, this woman way. And then you have science, which is the Y factor, which is the man's way, and then this all coincides with the Ark of the Covenant, okay, with cold fusion, or the measurements 369 and 666, just like the pyramids of Giza. Notice that the pyramids basically look like a transmitter and a receiver. They're designed the same way, okay? You have your capacitor, which is a radioisotope thermoelectric generator with an open arc, or the Ark of the Covenant, creating plasma in here. And you're using the Earth magnetic field. You're using this as a diode, actually. This is heat in this chamber. This is cold in this chamber. This is like the Seebeck effect. And you're dissipating the radioactive energy and the heat into the casing, and it absorbs it, and you end up getting energy that's just transmitted to the capstone, which goes to the ionosphere, the magnetic field, whatever, and it travels basically around the world in this dynamo that we call our magnetic field, and that's how they powered whatever things they had that they powered, But obviously it created plasma, okay, like I was saying on the last video, that plasma is literally the living energy of the universe, that the fifth element, is plasma, or life, living energy, Then, all right, it's kind of crazy how there's always, in a lot of movies, you have like the arc capacitor, or the flux capacitor, or the arc light, it's some kind of capacitor machine that creates an arc. They're basically basing it on the Ark of the Covenant. And it's funny how radium, I found out that radium was what used the alpha particles for alpha and omega, your nuclear and your electro energy. Okay, because we use omega for current. Okay, we use omega for current. That's electrical energy. That's our resistance. Okay, we use that now. And in the alpha particles, you have your nuclear and your electric energy. You have those two factors, your X and Y factor. Okay. 88 miles per hour. It's just kind of funny that it's a flux capacitor or a radioisotope capacitor. Hollywood knows something. Of course they have connections. Radium is also the sixth element in the second group. Okay, it's the sixth element in the second group, which is ironic. It's another 6. Okay, I'm not going to get on the 6s. Literally. I will do that on another video if people don't believe me. But if they start doing a little bit of work, if they start looking into this stuff, they'll literally find this out. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of 6s, all right? I don't know, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself in some areas. Okay, this is basically another depiction in hieroglyphs along with this, okay? I believe it starts the covenant, okay? You have your hot and your ground, all right? You have your alpha and omega, your positive, negative, all right? This is your X and Y factor, all right? This is it looks like nuclear rods to me, all right? Ironically, this is Aaron's rods. How ironic. How ironic that it'd be called Aaron's rods and it looks like nuclear rods. It just kind of seems funny. The pot of manna. There was a pot of manna in here. And it glowed, Radium. Radium glows. All right? Radium glows green. See, I mean, it just seems, even if you hold it in your hand, we found this during the early 1900s, when they were painting watches and stuff during the World Wars, what it done to people. We finally figured out that it's not good. All right, so I mean, it just seems a little ironic that this would fit into place, also. Not to mention all the descriptions about the Ark of the Covenant. It was bright. It was radioactive. It was electrical. You couldn't look at it because it was so bright. You'd have to have a welding cap on. It was radioactive. People's hair would turn white and fall out. Their fingernails would fall out. You couldn't touch it or you were electrocuted to death. I mean, it just seems ironic that the 369, the pyramids, thermoelectric generators. The Ark of the Covenant, fusion, Tesla, plasma, Heisenberg, all of this stuff fits, and all of it has literally been scattered and suppressed. And if we actually put it all together, it brings a big picture out. And that's all I've done for years, at least for 15 years now. I'm almost 40 years old. I mean, I've been obsessed with the Ark of the Covenant literally since I was 5. Okay, that's over 35 years. Or nearly 35 years of obsession with the Ark of the Covenant. All right, so I've done a lot of research on that, and everything I've ever found out has led me to Tesla, and everything from what I found out from those two has led me to, obviously, Giza, and everything I've found out from there, and all of these has led me to Heisenberg and nuclear fusion, which ended up leading me back to the Big Bang Theory and the big hole in the Big Bang Theory, which led me back to plasma. Okay, all of this stuff literally coincides, and it can't be a coincidence. I mean, it basically, everything I've been saying has got to have literally somebody be like, damn, that does kind of make sense. I mean, it's kind of ironic.